Hi, it's me, you're flushing. And I'm watching How to Die. This is the first time I'm doing a series. I like reviewing stuff. I don't want to lie to anyone. So this is fully my opinion. I am new to doing this and I haven't done this in a very long time. So reviewing a show is really interesting. I want to first shout out people that did this show. So as you're fluffy, I'm JermaineCallando. I'm wearing a Snorlax suit. I don't have four of these, so I'm gonna watch the episodes. I'm gonna do day by day episodes. This one is the pilot episode. Basically, it's called "Stop Living: How to Die." It has Natasha, Natasha Rothwell. I'm going to say this first and foremost. I'm not gonna say everyone's name properly. First and foremost, I did a obsession video yesterday, and I'm going to literally release this like exception videos, and we're gonna do reviews. I wanted to do like two in one, but that's not gonna be perfect because since they're 30-minute episodes, I want to get shorter than that. So we can get 10 minutes, max 12 minutes. That's the goal. So it starts off as A Day in the Life with Mel. That's who the creator of the show. So let's shout out the people. How to watch How to Die is on Netflix. It's on Hulu. So this is a Hulu original, and it has the Onyx Collective as part of it. It's a part of ABC, and I do like the initiative because it's showcasing Black voices. And the show creator is Natasha. I'm going to just say to Natasha, I'm sorry, friend. If I know how to say your name better next time, I will listen to it on Google for the next episode, I promise. So basically, Natasha is like, if you ever have someone that's injured or someone that doesn't like need sign languages, she's that person. She pretty much works at the airport, and that's what she is. She's a travel person that drives a little person around. She has a collective of friends. The first person being, she has a best friend named Roy. When you have a bestie, you have a bestie. As you meet her, she has a bestie, and you also first see her day, like her day, what is going on in her day. Pretty much you see her as a job. She's a great people person. She loves to be around people and, mimic everything like that. Now, there's an issue. She's very scared to fly. And it's basically one of the most fun things about watching the show because you see a perspective that I haven't seen in a very long time. And she's quite beautiful to me, and she is also a flawed human being. You see the actions that she's facing from the first episode. You see from her having her interaction with Roy, them seeing like, oh my god, Lizzo. And you see multiple more friends come out for that. Then you see the man that was hers now marrying someone else in Hawaii, and she's been cordially invited. She normally probably would say no, but you'll find out this episode that she may say yes. We don't know. Now, this also is her birthday. Yes, a day in her life to showcase this, which is a very good intro to seeing a character. First, all you see they're showcasing that she's flawed. It's her birthday, but you're also seeing her glimpses with the interactions she has with people. There is someone special in her life that she doesn't notice that he is feeling her. She don't see what he's putting down, and that's okay. So there's a group of guys that she calls her boys, her guys, that she sees on outside. They do baggage claims, so they pretty much load the truck, they load all the planes and everything, right? One of her love interests is right there. We don't know, but you be like, I see you. So she has a best friend. His name is Roy. Roy is what I call a pretty mess. She is also got considered a pretty mess, but they're different versions of it. He is a pretty mess because he is a very handsome gay man. Very, very handsome gay man. But he also has a flawed soul. So you see glimpses of him in this episode where he's like, oh no. And that's because he doesn't feel like he's the typical attractive person. Correct? As this episode goes on, he ditches her because he meets, I think, Bi-Coastal Bay. Bi-Coastal Bay and him are going to have a fun moment. And so he ditches her on her birthday. On birthday eve, she's like, it's okay. You gotta do anything for your dad. That's what he said. It was just a lie. And basically, she goes to her place and she gets the furniture. And the furniture can't be trusted. Guess what happened with the furniture? The furniture said, I'm going to teach you a lesson. And pretty much she is in the hospital. She is in the hospital and she wakes up to doctors telling her as a group project of what's happening to her and how she feels and everything like that. From that, she is just trying her best to make it throughout this episode. Now, the nurse, I think, is cooler. Hold on. All right. The nurse is cooler, but also she is trying her best to find. Like, she's like, you gotta find a way home. You gotta stay up for 6 hours. You gotta find a way home. No one is picking up because the first person she goes to is her best friend Roy. Best friend Roy is picking up because he's with Bicoastal Bay, and she's like, hey, the person I was going to pick up, he's not picking up. Give me some time. And the lady next door was like, hey, proud of you, baby. That's what's up. Now, mind you, this is show how to die alone. She pretty much did die for 3 minutes. Now, don't forget, this is a near-death incubus that makes her want to change. That happened. Now, guess what happens also? Now, the person next door gives her encouragement, tells her all these things, like, hey, baby, you gotta live your life. You gotta go be your enjoyment. You gotta do you. She introduces out to her brother, and her brother picks her up. The lady beside, in the next thing, does actually meet her maker. She goes to heaven. She goes up to the yonder. Now, the lady that died has no next of kin and everything like that. So, pretty much, she accidentally gets her belongings, and pretty much she goes to her apartment because she's like, I just gotta help her out just a little bit. She's a dog. And there's more things like that, right? As the days gone on, pretty much she goes to a bar. This is the craziest thing in the world. She goes to the bar before she gets the dog, and basically it is nice because she finally meets a friendly face and a person that's willing to be there for her. Hold on. So, let's get back to the hospital. She meets a woman. I don't fully know the lady's name. The lady does give her a very big insight. And now, Mel is also short for Melissa. I took the hat down, y'all, because the hoodie was getting them little nerves. I ain't gonna lie. My hair was in these tails, and I was like, ooh, I could put it back up. I don't know. Maybe not. So, she said there's 3 types of deaths. The one people write about, people that we all know. Then it's the one that people share relationships with you. And sometimes you have a relationship with yourself. So, pretty much, the type when you have an almost near-death instances for her is that she realizes for the first time she hasn't been giving love to herself. Now, I like saying Melissa and Mel, but I'm making sure I say just that one. Now, don't forget, Melissa, Mel, got a bang-up job because pretty much the furniture is a piece of, like a dresser, hit her in the head while she was kneeled down. And then her head right here had a little bit of this right here. And so that happened. That gives her a good insight. That's what I love about sometimes having wisdom with women of a particular age, is that is also the best foundation that you can seek. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, the lady name is Elise. I feel so bad because I'm like messing up people's names. So the lady name is Elise. Now, do not forget, before we get back to the end of the story and stuff like that, I'm at the 20 mark. This is beautiful because to give someone a self-reflection is also a beautiful thing. She's like, hey, why don't you fly? Do it. So, throughout the episode, you're always wondering, like, will she? And she actually does. Now, I'm not going to lie how she gets the ticket. Look grimy, but it's fine. You're going to love her more and more as the episodes go along. But as like a little button for this episode, because I don't know how long this is going, and I needed my endings, I am fully in love with this show. I'm in love with the writing. It is very funny, which I love that about the show. That is part comedy and part realism, because this is an honest story to me. And when something's honest, it's really becoming to see. So I'm fully invested in these characters. I'm especially invested in Mel and her journey, but I'm also invested in how she's supposed to happen. Now, just before we get to the next episode, she's very much injured. But not everyone knows about it, because the only person who knows about it is her brother. Now, she has interacted with her brother because she gets out of the hospital, just as like a like a let's fix this, right? The brother picks her up because it's the only person she can call. The brother was on a date with another woman. You also see in the car that the brother has a ring. Now, don't forget, the brother's on a date with a woman. That's not his wife. So that's all happening. But you don't really notice that more and more, but there's like a little breadcrumb. Basically, that's a part of it. She gets out, then that's when she goes into the bar, and she meets a new friend that's a bartender, and she doesn't have a wallet. They're just trying their best to just make it through. And from there, you get to her going on with a little bit of Will of Faith, visiting Elise's home. And Elise has a dog. She puts a dog. She sees some other stuff, and then she just goes on. She gets a picture of her, so she has a memory, always commemorates it, commiserate it. And then she goes home, and by the end of the episode, she buys a ticket. And that is the first episode of How to Die Alone. And I'm going to say her name right next time, I promise. So give me a few seconds. I'm going to finish this episode, watch the rest of this, and then I'm going to do the next episode. Alright, guys. You'll see me tomorrow. We're going to do it where I'm going to do episode today, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday I can do either both of them together or I'm going to separate them. Because I am probably, like, I don't know what time they're going to release the episode. It's on Friday, and probably busy all Friday. So it's like maybe at least a Saturday. So we're dealing with that as a debate. So if I find out the time they're releasing the episode, I will probably do it like that so you can always see it with me. And if you like this episode, subscribe. If you love this episode, like the video. If you really, really love it, share with your friends. Do not ever, but also watch the episode. If you do have Hulu, please watch the episode. Talk about it online. That's the most biggest thing in the world. If you want to add more to the life of JermaineCallando, support the channel with my Venmo, my Cashapp, and my PayPal. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one.